Here is your attitude to change, an attitude to adopt if this is not in your heart and in your mind and your soul. There's always more work to do. There's more work for the Lord that you can do, more work than you can do alone, more work than Central Baptist Church can do alone in Whitley County, in the Tri County area, Laurel County, Knox County, more work than we can do, more work than the Southern Baptist Convention can do alone with our International Mission Board and our North American Mission Board. There's always more work to do, and there's not only more work to do than individually, there's more work to be done for the next generation. One generation is not going to get it done. One generation has to pass off the baton and pass off the work to the next generation. There's always more work to do, but here is the great promise is that God is going to accomplish what he is going to accomplish. He's going to get done what he wants to be done. As Philippians tells us, he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion. So Joshua 13 is this great promise where you're going to get the land, but Joshua, you're not going to get it all done in your lifetime, and you've got to pass it on. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to go ahead and allot the territory to the 12 tribes, because it is as if it is already done. We're going to examine this map for the next several readings. I want to go look at verse 1. Joshua was old and advanced in years. Oh, he's come to the end. He has been so faithful. He's taken over from Moses, and now he is well advanced in years. He is coming to the end, and the Lord tells him himself, Joshua, you are old and advanced in years, and there remains yet how much? Very much land to possess. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done. But in spite of all that, I want you to go ahead and to allot the land to all of the people. Because he says in verse 6, I myself will drive them out from before the people of Israel. The reason the Lord did not conquer all the land under Joshua is because we did not want anybody to think that it was Joshua himself or even that generation that got the work done. The reason that the whole world was not saved immediately when Jesus ascended into heaven and the 12 disciples went out and shared the gospel is because it is not just those 12 men alone or the original apostles. Remember, the original disciple Judas fell and he was replaced by Matthias. But those original disciples were not going to get it all done on their own. No, it is the Lord working through his people. So God tells Joshua, it's time to pass it on, brother, but I'm still going to get the job done. Maybe I shouldn't say brother. He'd say, it's time to hang it up, son. It's time. You've done a good work, but now we're going to get the job done through the people of Israel. And at the end of the day, God says, I'm going to get it done. I'm going to do it for you. But because I'm going to get it done, it's as if it is already done. Even though I've not done it yet, it's as if it is already done. So he says, I want you to allot the land to Israel for an inheritance. Divide this land for an inheritance. Go ahead and make your maps, Joshua. Go ahead and tell everybody the place that they will live in, even though it's not totally conquered yet at this point. In chapter 13, we're going to see the division of the land to the east side of the Jordan River. So we'll take a look up on that map in just a second, but let's finish observing chapter 13. We see that this land on the west side, or on the east side of the Jordan, is given to the tribe of Manasseh, the tribe of Reuben, and the tribe of Gad. And it's actually just the half tribe of Manasseh that inherits that land on the east side of the Jordan. The tribe of Levi is not going to get any inheritance. Why are they not going to get any inheritance? Because they are devoted to the Lord. Their inheritance is the offerings by fire to the Lord God of Israel as their inheritance. They get to serve in the house of God. They get to serve in the tabernacle. That is their inheritance. They get no land. And in fact, they're going to be distributed all over Israel so that they would be teachers of Israel. Then we have the tribe of Reuben. They're going to receive, and you have all of this explanation. This is where we get our maps drawn from the words in chapter 13. We'll look at a map because it's much better for me to look at a map than it is to read these places that I have no idea where it is. And then we see in verse 22, when we're talking about the land that the Reubenites will take over, we're reminded that the princes of Sion, the Midianites who lived in the land, that among them was this diviner. We have that story in the book of Numbers. And remember Balaam and his donkey. Balaam was a worker of divinity. He even had a relationship with God at some sort. He talked to the Lord and he willfully disobeyed God. But Balaam, this wicked prophet who practiced divination, he was killed when the Israelites took over this land. And then we have the tribe of Gad that receives their possessions, and the half tribe of Manasseh. Again, the explanation is giving there. And then these are the inheritance that Moses distributed in the plains of Moab beyond the Jordan. So let's roll up here to our map to see what is happening. So here is the Jordan River, if you can see it. Up here, the Sea of Galilee. Jordan River begins right here, and there it is flowing down. And you see all of the text that I brushed over. If you looked at it carefully, you could map it out. And these great scholars and theologians and Bible people have mapped it out for us. You can go check their work if you want, but here is the map. East Manasseh, half the tribe of Manasseh, is going to be up there in the north on the east side of the Jordan. Gad is going to be right there in the middle on the east side of the Jordan. And Reuben is down in the south on the east side of the Dead Sea, and a little bit here on the east side of the Jordan River. Here you see Jericho. You see where the Israelites would have passed over, right over here, right in the territory of Gad. So this is the land that they will receive. There's more work for us to do. How many more souls need to be saved? How many churches need to be strengthened and revitalized? How many people need to come into Central Baptist Church proper? And how can Central Baptist Church, when we become strong enough, how can we be a blessing to our other churches in the area? How can we be a blessing to the Convention of Churches in Kentucky? How can we be a blessing to the Southern Baptist Convention and the North American Mission Board as churches are planted in unreached cities and places? How can we be a blessing to the International Mission Board as we send missionaries all over the world? There's a great work to do. And the only way we're going to accomplish that work is if we hold on to the promises of God and make sure that we're faithful to do the things that He has asked us to do. I pray that is a blessing to you. May you be about the work that God has set you to do. I'll see you all in the next video.